Here is a comment I read this morning on Ukulele from a new ukulele player. And she says, I started playing ukulele less than a month ago, learning from YouTube. I have the most difficult time transitioning to the G chord. There's a deadly pause in between. Is there any way for me to practice so I can change quicker? Well, Emma, if you ask me the question, you're talking to the wrong guy. Now, I've been playing ukuleles. I've had ukuleles now almost 10 years. And this was my strategy for the G chord. My strategy was simply not to play it and to play G7 instead of G. So I got real good playing C, G7, and F. And playing those three chords enabled me to play a million songs and write my own songs, especially once I learned how to play C7 and a couple of other little single finger chords. I was perfectly content. So I avoided the G chord. Then I wrote a song called Gone with the Wind. And then other songs that require me to play the G chord. And I like the G chord a lot now that I have found it after so many years. I like the way it sounds. I really like the way G chord sounds better than G7. But if you've only been playing for a month, I give you an entire year before you need to worry about the G chord. Just play G7. Get real good with C, G7, and F. That's what I do. But at some point, and this can be any time in your career, a lot of people learn a lot faster than I have. And maybe they're smarter or something else. I don't know. But that's the way I did it. But these days, I really love the G chord. So I am working at it, and I can play G chord now. But there is, as you say, a deadly pause when you're changing chords. And again, I am not hard on myself. I give myself a break and I play as good as I can, and there, I'm happy with whatever I can do. One thought I have been having lately is this. I know how to juggle, and it took me 5 hours to learn how to juggle. I read a book about it, and you throw the first ball up, and when it's right here, you throw the second ball up, and when it's there, you put your hand here and there and there and there. And I learned how to juggle. If I can learn how to juggle in 5 hours, you can play the G chord in 5 hours. But it takes a full 5 hours, and keep working those transitions from whatever chords that are most frequently used along with the G chord, so you can go from C to G to F and back and forth and back and forth, and just deadly practice is what it takes, and keep moving. I know that ukulele teachers frequently say, well, put this finger here and this finger here, and then when you go to the next chord you can make a swift transition, and then after they tell you that, but that's not the way I do it. I just play the chord the way it is and don't think about it anymore because I'm well experienced doing it. So there, G chord apparently has more than one person who's had a problem with it. And the simple solution is just play G7. Give yourself at least a year to enjoy yourself before you worry about G chord. But then there are people, and they start working on bar chords this first month that they have played ukulele. And I don't get around to it until year 10. So play ukulele to enjoy and have fun. And if challenging yourself to do these chords is your idea of fun, then go right after it. And if just playing and singing and having a good time is your idea, then learn 3 chords you can play really well and get after it that way. Thanks for watching.